Trey Sermon, welcome to the #1 ranked show. I appreciate you being here, dog. I want to get started with Ohio State, Oklahoma. Which is it? Are you a Sooner or are you a Buckeye?
I'm both, man. I gotta go with both. I mean, I spend a
So
lot
you
of
a college
time.
football bigamist?
You said what?
So you a college football bigamist?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, let's start with what did you think when your knee went out in Iowa State game? Do you think that was your last game at Oklahoma?
Nah, not really. I mean, I was just so frustrated that I couldn't play. I mean, that I wouldn't even have a chance to just get back on the field. I mean, the rest of the year. So I mean, that was really my thought process.
So when you decide to transfer, what was that recruiting process like for you? Or was it? Did you know you wanted to end up at Ohio State?
I definitely knew that Ohio State had a need just because J.K. Dobbins just entered the draft. So, I mean, it was a place that I was eyeing. And then, again, I had a relationship with Justin and Coach Alfred. They recruited me out of high school. So the recruiting process was really easy.
You say you had a relationship with Justin, two Cobb County kids, him from Kennesaw, you from Marietta. How did that relationship develop?
Well, it first started out, I mean, we have the same speed trainer. So I've been working with him since, I want to say, my junior year in high school, around that time. So, I mean, just us competing since then, we just kind of developed that relationship. And then I actually played against him in high school. So, I mean, we always kept in contact here and there. Every time we went back home, we got with our speed coach, got some work in, and our relationship just continued to grow from there.
Well, you knew Justin when you got to Columbus. Do you know anybody else?
No, not really. I mean, I've talked to some of the guys before. I remember some of them from my class just through recruiting, but I mean, I didn't really know them that well.
How many of them remembered you busting up Ohio State 2017, true freshman, second game of the year?
Yeah, a lot of them remember that.
How much flack you catch for that?
Not too much. I mean, mostly the coaches, they gave me a little bit of trouble, but I mean, that was pretty much it.
Sounds like they were coaching you pretty hard too, because right after you really broke out against Michigan State, Ryan Day said to media, we didn't know what we had in Trey, and we were starting to wonder what kind of a back we had back there. How did you feel just trying to get acclimated and know the kind of back that you are?
It really just took me some time to get acclimated. I mean, just getting in sync with the offensive line. I mean, as far as learning the whole playbook, learning the scheme, I had it down. But as a running back perspective, it's all about being comfortable. And again, it just took me some time to do that. But I mean, once I was able to click, get in sync with everybody, I was rolling from there.
So I want to talk about December 19th, 2020, passing game stalling. Your QB1 is out of sync. You put the Buckeyes on your back. You go 29 carries, 331 yards. Like, how did you feel when you reached that upper level where your mind, body, and soul is one and you got that glow going on? How you feel?
Man, I was feeling good. I mean, I was just really feeling in the zone at the time. And then, I mean, after the game, I mean, I was just relieved that I was able to help the team win.
I felt that game in particular was important for a number of reasons. It's not just that you won a Big Ten championship and you sealed a berth in the college football playoff. It was you showing your best self, because I believe that Ohio State fans didn't know the kind of player you were at Oklahoma. You had 200-yard rushing performance. You had been the dude that carried a load in the third and the fourth quarter. How much was it just a relief for you to be able to show everybody, no, I'm this good. I am RB1.
It felt good to show everybody that. I mean, again, just having a slow start was pretty frustrating, but I knew I just had to keep working. And I knew once I got the opportunity, I was going to make the most of it and and really seize the moment just because of my preparation. So once the opportunity presented itself and I was able to take over and get that workload, I mean, again, I seized the opportunity, and it felt good just to show everybody the type of running back I am.
So Michigan State, you go for 110. Against Northwestern, you set the single game rushing record, stood for 25 years, held by Eddie George, who won a Heisman. Then you go into the college football playoff, and you bust Clemson up for 193. You get one carry against Alabama, and then you go out. How did you feel?
And I was devastated. I mean, just knowing how much I prepared for that game. I mean, it was the biggest game of my life that I was getting ready for, and it just hurt me even more because when I transferred to Ohio State, I told Coach Alfred, I told Coach Day, I'm going to help you guys get to the netty, and we're going to win. So, I mean, with me getting hurt on that first play, I mean, it just hurt me a lot that I couldn't really just make that promise come true that I told them. So, I mean, again, I know everything happens for a reason, but it was definitely tough. And I still think about it to this day.